it a bird, a plane, a Joe, a Steve? No, it's an Elvis. And the 49ers with Jerry Rice catching, and the Cowboys with Michael Irvin catching, once again seem far too strong for their rivals from the AFC.
The Sports Reporters with Dick Shannon, presented by AT&T.
Good morning and welcome to the latest edition of the Sports Reporters. We'll be discussing those subjects and more with Armin Katayan of ABC News, who has examined the use and abuse of high school basketball stars. John Feinstein, whose new novel, Winter Games, is about the murder of a high school basketball star. And Bill Conlon of the Philadelphia Daily News, who claims he didn't do it, he has an alibi. Is the Super Bowl once again anticlimactic, Bill?
I'm afraid the only drama left, Dick, is whether the 49ers have totally psyched out the Cowboys and whether the Cowboys can rise up and use their superior talent. As far as the Super Bowl goes, I mean, they might as well just mail it in.
Is the gap between the top of the NFC and the top of the AFC as great as it's been?
Well, the two best teams, obviously, are still the Cowboys and the 49ers. I'm one of these crazy optimists who thinks that somehow you'll have a decent Super Bowl this year, because I think that it may help the Raiders and Chiefs, if they play the Cowboys, to have seen them once, to have a better idea of what they're up against. The other thing is both San Francisco and Dallas have shown themselves to be a little bit brittle this year. Emmitt Smith, gets hurt on Thursday. He should be back a week from Sunday. The 49ers have had all their injury problems, except, of course, for Jerry Rice, who never gets hurt, who's played in every game for 11 years, which is an extraordinary record. But with Steve Young hurt, with some of their other injuries, they could be vulnerable, so I'm an optimist. But, there's an old saying in coaching that says you talk about the next game, and then when the season's over, you talk about next season. But there comes a point where if you don't win enough, someone comes up behind you and says, next. And that's whether you're Shula or anybody else.
I love the way Jimmy indicated his deep respect for Dan Reeves and for the Giants front office as well.
For everyone else. Is it possible that the third best team in the NFL right now is also a National Conference team, that the Packers are right up there?
I think it's very possible, especially off of the performance of the Chiefs and the Raiders in this last week. Brett Favre has matured into the best young quarterback in the NFL, 25 touchdown passes in 95, and he brings his team from behind in close games, and that may be the one element that the Packers haven't had in the last couple of years. It makes them an on-a-given-day team. On a given day, they could beat the Cowboys, could beat the 49ers.